On April 19th, my 22-year-old son ran into a friend's home who he knew had a fully loaded gun cabinet and straight to a gun that he knew was in there in the unlocked cabinet, loaded. Grabbed the gun out of the gun case, took it out on the front porch, and shot himself in the head with it.
June the 7th, I was in Dayton. I had moved to Dayton, Ohio, and my son had came to visit me like prior 2 days before he got killed. My sister said that he was over to her house, and he told her that he was going over to play basketball because they had a basketball court where she lived in the apartments. So she said that he was over at the court, and one of his friends that he used to hang out with, she seen him talking to him. And he said about that time she heard shots.
So on June 13th, 2020, my sister went out with some friends at a bar, and there was a brawl that happened. And after the brawl, when my sister got in the car to drive away, someone started shooting at the car, and there was 4 people in the car. She was the only one that got hit. She was struck in the back of her head, and she was killed immediately.
It has been devastating. He was my youngest son. The loss of a child to anyone, but I was a single mother. I raised my boys as a single mother, so we were really, really close. It has been devastating to our family to have lost him, especially to a gun.
It gives me some time to talk about it because sometimes I break down, and but I miss him. I miss him. I miss the smile. I miss the laughter. I miss the jokes. I miss all of that. But I know he still lives within me, and I know that, every time we do that, it's just, he's there with us. He's there with us. Every time we get together on the 7th, he's right there with us. I said, my birthday's June the 21st and his is June the 22nd. So I celebrate his birthday. Even though he's not here, I still celebrate his birthday.
For me, me and her are the closest in age. We're only 2 years apart. So we grew up doing everything together, and she's like, kind of like my second mother, because that's the person who took care of me when my mom was at work, because she was a single mom. So Nia really was always holding my hand through life. So that was the first time we ever were apart, and it was really hard for me to process it. And for my family, Nia's the loudest one out of all of us. She's the most vibrant one out of all of us. So when she passed on, you could really feel the difference. My family just felt really cold, quiet, distant. The house was quiet. Everything was just different.
The thing that bothers me the most about the lack of gun control in our country is that it is so much easier to get a gun than it is to get a driver's license. At least when you get a driver's license, there are certain requirements. There are age requirements. There are tests you have to take. You actually have to show that you know how to use a vehicle. All of these are requirements to be able to drive on the road.
The kids nowadays, they give guns to kids, and they don't know, you could argue with a person and the first thing they do is get a gun, and it's not like it was in the older days to where if you get into a fight, you patch it up and it's it. Now you get into a fight, the first thing you want to do is pull out a gun. These incidents just keep coming.
I miss laughing with her. She always knew how to make me laugh. When you have a really close best friend, you guys could just look at each other and laugh. And because our friendship was developed over 20 years, she can just pick up the pencil a certain way and I'll just start crying laughing. Or I could open the door a certain way and she would just start laughing. We just had a lot of laughter, and that's kind of what I miss the most about her. I just miss her warm feeling that she gives me. I remember when I was in school and I would get bullied, but when I came home and I was with her, I would completely forget all about the bullies, because I'm just having so much fun. I used to look forward to coming home.
all say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held is now half mast and bleeding, whose broad stripes and bright stars through this endless fight, automatic gunfire versus our right to be free, and the chaos red flame, bodies bursting in air, gave proof of what's right. If we the courage to care, oh, say does that star-spangled banner fully wave, oh, the land of the free. If we there will still be brave.
A simple psychological study to show if they've had a criminal history that involves violence, or have they been in a mental health institution? Are they age appropriate? Do they have any training for how to shoot a gun, how to make sure that a gun is safe in the home, kept locked away from small children so they don't have access to it, or access to the bullets, or the combination of both? There needs to, in my opinion, there needs to be some more training for people to be able to own a gun. I'm not opposed to people owning them, as long as there are some restrictions, some testing, some training given to own.
Over and over and over again, and there's mothers out there that's losing their loved ones. And it's terrible. I feel sorry for a lot of mothers that's out there losing their loved ones, and I wish there's something that we could all do as mothers that lost their loved ones. I wish there's something that we could do as far as getting together and try to control the gun violence. But
I'm a person that I try to listen to everyone's opinions on it. And I don't really have a set opinion, but all I can say is that I don't like guns because I know how they impact families. I know how you can take someone that was just breathing 2 seconds ago